1, 2, 3, and a hey now. Metal Mike coming at you from outside the bunker here in Minnesota. Today it is brutal. Right now I know we're above 80. It's early in the afternoon. It's probably about 11:30. I'm filling up the kiddie pool. I got the other giant above ground bubble pool right next to it for the older kids. And I wanted to shoot another video. Why not? I wanted to come out into this boiling heat and see if I could get a shot for you, shoot something for you. Kind of just show you around the yard a little bit, give you a tour of some of my crazy junk that I keep in my hoard. Here's a great piece I picked up at a garage sale. Actually, just this spring here. I think I paid $5 for it. I may have paid $6. You say, well, Mike, what the hell? Well, it's a rugged old wagon. Definitely, right? The handle on this thing is brutal. But see, you can see the remnants of the paint. 1965. It's got the kid's name right there. Little white walls on it. It's not much more than garden art right now, but this is the kind of stuff that I just gobble up, that I love, right? Let's go back here and see what we've got. Here's a couple wheels I've picked up over the years. Not many. Picked these up here, these old wagon wheels. What else could, wheelbarrow wheels, definitely a lot of those are off of. And then this great one right here. You know, I'm a sucker for these things. I mean, look at the treads on this. And if you saw that video that I did on Rice Street at the old building that they were gutting out and tearing out, you'll notice one of my videos, if you watch any of them, there's a window that I tear out. That is it, with the grate over it. The glass is behind it, obviously. It's broken here. This was an indoor window on that old hotel on Rice Street there, easily 100 years, and it sat inside. There wasn't much I could salvage for it. I broke it initially once here. I was going to sell it at the flea market or use it for my garden art here, and that's exactly where it's ended up. But let's go back here. Let's go over here, show you a couple things. There's that shovel me and Todd picked up the other day. Just an old wagon wheel, nothing special, right? A couple old pieces of fence. And back here, I've got a couple old oil cans that foolishly I had them down in the bunker forever, and they sat, due to the climate down there is nice. But then I thought, well, I'll put them in the cabin, and as soon as I did, well, they started to bubble over. Yes, I just zoomed in on a spider. So now they're trapped until the seasons change, and I can get them a little bit better. There's my tent shed. There's two windows. Got one rolled shut. Another old wagon wheel and some real early barrel wheels down there. A wagon for free out of the trash, obviously. But I've pulled a lot of rocks around with it. Here's a big stack of wood in that video on Rice Street. Look at all the bugs all around me. That I pulled off. Those were pieces of the wall. And I will actually add those to the cabin back there. Just an assortment of twigs. These are the buckets that I used to carry in my van when I still did estate cleanouts. Remember I had mentioned those for climbing in and out of dumpsters, etc., cleaning out an old house. Filling those was priceless. An old piece of architectural farm work right there that I've got to get rid of at some point. Nice little roll. I scoop these up, these rolls of fence, whenever I can. You can get them at a garage sale here in Minnesota for $1, $2, and they come in. They're totally useful. And of course, at some point later on in retirement years, I'll get a couple bucks for them. I'll gain $1. So let's go in here, eh? It's actually nice to get in here, away from all the fucking bugs. Picked up at a garage sale from a doctor whose business had closed. Right here I've got coffee cans I'm tripping on. I've got all these I'm trying to blow out on Craigslist. It just at a loss, just fucking $20. I've got like, I think 10 of them. Haven't gotten a bite on them. Tons of old hubcaps. I've got sets of 4. This is a real early bike. I'm sure the lighting in here is shit. Dripping roof with a tarp. Old wash tub rainers right there. Nothing in the trap. '57 Cadillac radio. Here's a nice little piece of folk art. Just a little sewing box. All handmade. Beautiful. And that's what I have out here, is a lot of this older stuff. Though this thing leaks, relatively, it stays pretty dry along the edges. I've just got tarps up over there because, yes, my work still leaks. Shitty work. Right here, I've got tons of old fishing rods. Now, there's nothing right off the top right there, but there are some real old ones that are buried down in there, and old baseball bats. I would bet 90% of them are shit, but I guarantee you there's a couple sleepers in there. This is a great, I hope I've showed these before. These are so primitive. And you say, well, those are just wall hangers. No, these are actual. They're from Minnesota. These came from Ron's bar. They hung on the wall. These are old antique ice skates. Just fucking carved from wood. What's under there, you ask? Some Vietnam, Korean, U.S. Combat helmet shells. Looks like they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's just all kinds of old tools, milk cans, etc. out here. Nothing to get rich of. You know, egg baskets, tail fins off a '57 Buick, 2 giant boxes with water dripping on them of old glass bottles back there that are really cool that I pulled out of a barn in Becker, Minnesota. And someday I'll get to go through them. So, second video. Back into the heat. Right? We'll wrap this up in the heat. Why not? I've gone too long. I wanted to make this short. I'm already at 6:52. So that's it. I'm sweating from just that little bit of showing you around out here in the heat. It's fucking brutal. So it feels like 100 easily with the humidity is like 88. And I know it's hotter other places. After the nap with the kids, you know, the kids will probably nap for about an hour or so, rest after summer school, etc. We'll all come out here. Kids will go in the pool. I'll sit here and be lifeguard. And that's it. That's remaining in my day. Family man. That's what we do. Junking, collecting, scrapping, hitting from the hip. Hitting from the hip? That's a new one, eh? That's what happens when you do the unscripted. Sometimes things come out that are absolutely ridiculous, but it's so rad to just leave them in there because that's reality. Hey now, Metal Mike, get out there, find the treasure. There's garage sales everywhere, someplace. And on the West Coast, shit, you guys are 2 hours behind me, so it's early yet. Get out there. Hey now.